Okay, so now let's get on to the components. And components are the things that you can add to your report. I mean, that's the real meat of your report. So components go in the main section, which can be either one big component, or you can split it up into many little components. Okay, I'm going to keep it one big component so you can see everything right now. And your types of components are at the bottom. You are limited to just these components. I'm going to go over them very slowly, and I'll choose a couple of them so you get a sense. A pie graph. Okay, pretty self-explanatory, not that customizable. All you can really do is change the colors. Everything else is set. Next one, a growth chart. Okay, bar chart. Bar chart trailing. Rolling window chart. XY chart. So those first six are the graphs or charts that you can add. The next four are portfolio evaluation, period performance, transaction ledger, realized gain, loss. Okay. And all of these are pretty customizable, like what columns you want, what date you want, a lot of the info is customizable, and the look and feel, much more so than Axis. And then you have some more components. Performance by account, portfolio performance summary, asset allocation, security performance, security equity sector, security asset allocation, security trailing return, security calendar return. You are really limited to just these, and so some of the things that we've done in Axis will not be able to be done. I think you really should start thinking about reports in ways of things that Axis can, not replicating Axis entirely, because that's going to be impossible, but this can also do things that Axis can't, like all those graphics Axis doesn't do, which is very nice for people. So I think it's a nice package, but you really need to think in a different mindset than Access and certainly replicating Access, because that's not going to happen. Let me show you some reports so you get a sense. Growth chart. You just drag it up, add it to your screen. It'll fill in however big that area is. Okay, and so you can see a graph. Right? What you right? This is the year. We can change that. So you could change the time period. You could change if you want the benchmark to be shown. So I'm not sure if you've set this up already, or this may have been done automatically, but every account can be compared to a benchmark. Right now, it seems, from what I can tell, they're all compared to the Russell 3000. You can have up to 3 benchmarks for each account, and you specify that in client account settings. And that's what it's compared to. So you can see this graph. It's pretty much self-explanatory. Let me just show you. So you can add new pages. Your report can be many pages long. And again, the header doesn't have to take up this much room. It can be a little bit different. Say I wanted to have a bar, and again, it's going to compare it to the Russell 3000. Okay, that's because that's what this account has been set up as, and we only have data going back to 2009. Okay, so that's a sense of the graphs. Right? You can compare. We could have other. We could have the account versus 3 different benchmark accounts if they were set up, but only one has been set up so far. Let's add some more components. So let's add the portfolio evaluation. Okay, so you have a simple table. You can change. Say we don't care about the symbol. We can delete it. I'm having a little bit of trouble here. I'm not an expert yet, obviously. You can delete it. You can change what column you have there. Those are your choices. These are your choices. You can add other columns. Oh, you can add other columns. You can you know, have other fonts, other grid lines. You can, you know, change the appearance, but this is pretty much, you know, this is pretty much what you get, and it'll look a little bit different. So let's just, you know, for fun's sake, let me. A little bit of trouble. I'm using a Mac, and it's a little bit trickier on a Mac. Here we go. So font color. Let me put it in blue. So now everything's in blue. Now, and let me get rid of a column. I realized what I was doing wrong. Now I can just delete column. Boom, that column's gone. If I wanted it as a PDF, I can do that. Let me get this page as a PDF, and let's see what it looks like. So this is what it would look like for this client. Okay, and we're back here. Let's add some more component. Let's add some more. So you can see all of these. If you want to play with them, you know, to see what they can do, I can walk you through that as well. So performance by account, it pulls it up. Okay, so its account, the total. You know, I think if you did group accounts, it would be different. But this is only one account. So, and then we're comparing it against the Russell. And you have some options. If you didn't want to compare it against anything, you can do that. So columns, but you are limited to what is in here. If that makes sense. There's no way that we'll be changing that all that much. Let me add another page. Let's get just a sense of a couple more here. So security performance. Top 10 holdings, top 10, and we can see their return. We can, you know, specify all of these options. So we have a lot of choices on securities. We can add more columns. Kind of nice. So you can kind of see, hopefully, a sense of what it can do and what it can look like. Let me pull up a template so you can see a more finished report. All right, let me go back to Report Studio, and I'm doing this on a Mac to do the recording, and I'm not sure, I don't have a scroll bar, which is annoying. Let's see if I can just pull it up here. Let me pull up a complete report like client portfolio summary. So this is, and again, I need to just choose any old client. So this is what it looks like. So you can kind of get a sense. So it's a one page, right? And you know, everything's customizable. So we could have created this. This is something that Morningstar's already created for us, and it's all you know, very customizable. But you know, a lot better looking than Access. I think you know, you know, maybe not as powerful, but definitely graphically more impressive. Little side note: you can add little things like an image, like you know, you can have the Blunk Financial logo at the top. If you wanted to, you know, you could add multiple pages. You can do lots of stuff. But that's just, you know, a very crash course in what it can, and hopefully a little bit of what it cannot do.